everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It is a brand new year, it is 2023 and today's date is the 2nd of January. So that can only mean one thing. Mystery book! Yes, I'm doing my mystery book again because last year I failed. But I have a good reason to why I failed. It's not a good reason, it's a bad reason. It's a sad reason. I'd say that it was a sad reason to why I didn't continue reading and neglected all the way up to Christmas. So, but if you don't know, my nan passed away last year and that made me not want to read or film anything. But I decided I want to bring it back and do it again because it was fun. I found it interesting. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be opening our first 2023 mystery book. Okay, so as usual, I've got my books all here, all wrapped up, so I have no idea what any of these are. My husband wrapped them for me. And 12 books. Which one do I go for? That's the question. There are some quite chunky ones I've noticed, like that's a chunky. Do I want to read a chunky one for my first book? I don't think so. So I might read the thinnest one I can possibly find in this section, which I think this one. That one looks thin. So I'm going to go for this one right here. Right, so this is the book we chose. We're going to open it. Oh, it's... I swear my hands are like getting weaker and weaker, so I have to peel the tape off because I can't rip the paper anymore, which is ridiculous. Oh, he's taped it right across there. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. We're just going to slide it out like a package. Here we go. What do we have? Okay, what's it say? It's okay, I'm wearing really big knickers. Okay. Not something I would pick off the bookshelf. Fabulously funny. Okay, let's read the back of it. Actually, I don't know if I can read the back of it. There's a lot of things on there that I think it might get censored. We'll try anyway. It says, "What is the matter with my life? Why is it so deeply unfab? It's a day and a half now since I snogged the sex god." Sounds weird. I'm getting so embarrassed reading this out. I think I have snug withdrawal. My lips keep puckering up. Oh my days, I think this is going to be funny. I tried snogging the back of my hand, but it's no good. What the hell? I wonder if the sex god is having second thoughts about me because of my nose. Don't ask. I have a huge nose, that means I have to live forever in the ugly home. Okay, so it says here, it's similar to Bridget Jones but funnier. You'll be falling about laughing at this. So, it's going to be a funny one. Interesting title for a book though. So this is what we're going to be reading. So as usual, I'm going to read this book and then I will review it when I finish reading. So until then, I'll see you soon. Let's take a sip of coffee before we get started into the book review. I do like a good cup of coffee. So, this is the book we're reviewing. It's okay, I'm wearing really big knickers. I'm not wearing really big knickers. Well, technically I am, but you don't need to know that. Anyway, right, the book review. I've taken a few notes while I was reading the book because my memory these days is like, it just disappears and I forget. I'm like, what the hell was that about? So I do have my notes with me. So if you keep seeing me look down at my notes, you know why. I wish I had like a thing in front of, so I can hold it. Actually I do. Hold on a sec. There we go. My phone's popped up now so I can see my notes. If you hear any weird noises, my cats are running around playing, so they're having their zoomies. If you don't know what zoomies are, then you don't own cats. But anyway, I found this book very, very, very boring. This is literally like a 14-year-old's diary, and I'm a 35-year-old woman reading a diary that is written by a 14-year-old, sort of thing, you know, like a 14-year-old's mind. Yeah, obsessed with a boyfriend, calls him a sex god at 14, he's 17. Wait, did she have sex with him or something? There are other books to go with this one, so maybe in those books they might have mentioned more about them too, I don't know. It had a very mean girlish type vibe to it. She was very, the 14-year-old I found was very selfish, very bossy, very fat shaming as well. I did notice there was a little bit of fat shaming in there that I was like, I know some 14-year-olds these days do fat shame and do also respect their parents, like disrespect their parents and stuff like that. So I kind of understand that part of a 14-year-old being like that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it definitely was not the book for me. I forced myself to read it. I was going to say to myself, I was going to put it down and just call it quits, but I forced myself to read it, and I finished it off in that entire day. So yeah, I'm a 35-year-old woman reading a 14-year-old sort of like diary written by a 14-year-old sort of thing. It just no. There was words in there like 𝑺𝒎𝒆𝒔 and sex god, and but 𝑺𝒎𝒆𝒔 stands for sex god in the book. But yeah, I can't really give you a good review on this book. It put me off, like, to be fair. Yeah, there's no chapters in there. It's like a diary, literally like a diary, dates, times, sort of thing. So I think that's the reason why I got through this book quicker, is because the spaces and the text were fairly large. Like, you can just see the text was like fairly large, and you've got dates and stuff, so then they're very separated. So I think that's why I got through the book a lot quicker. So this one for me is a no-go. For a 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, maybe. You know, like, if that's your kind of thing, then go for it. Why not? So this one is definitely going back to the shop, because I am not interested in keeping that book on my shelf. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this shit review. I don't know what you call it. Review, book review, shit review, mini review. Just give it a thumbs up, comment in the comment section. If you have read that book, let me know what you thought of the book yourself. I might even actually pass it on to people, you know, like, do you want to read this? Do you want to read that? Like, see what your thoughts of it. No, maybe, I don't know. So anyway, I might actually send it to my sis in Canada as well. Actually, she might do a little book review on it as well. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, that is it from me until next month, because I still have about 2 weeks ish before we open our second mystery book of 2023. So until then, I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Yeah, let's just record it. Why are you looking at me? You know I don't like it. Is this the funny book that you picked? Is that the funny book you picked?
I just saw that one. I thought, yeah, I've got to get
Is that
Something
the
different.
one that you said it was going to be a funny one? There's something that's going to throw you off.
I said there'll be one in there that'll throw you off.
Is that the one? The first book that I go for, and it's the one that throws me off. I was like, okay. I opened it so carefully. And I was like, I can't rip it, it's my hands.
You just put your tough paper in there.
Yeah. That's interesting. Also,